My first CTO lasted less than a week. What's up guys? In today's video, I'll be talking about 3 easy tips that you can follow to make your CTO search easier. 2 years ago, I started looking for developers to work with. As I've said in previous videos, I had always had an interest in building things. So as part of my side projects, which I wanted to develop into startups, I started to look for technical co-founders to try to help build my project with me. I must say I made countless mistakes in looking for a CTO. And these mistakes I thought I could avoid by asking for friends for advice and watching videos on YouTube. While I did learn something from asking for advice and watching Combinator videos mostly on YouTube about how to find a technical co-founder, I feel like there's really nothing out there that talks about these 3 tips for how you can find a CTO in the most effective and easy way possible. So I decided to make this video to cover 3 easy tips for you to follow so that you can find the best CTO for your side project. So let's dive right into it. Tip number 1, know what you have to offer. What exactly are you doing? Are you developing a startup product? Are you developing a lifestyle business? Do you have skills that can contribute to the project? It's not enough to have an idea. Stop obsessing over your ideas. You're probably going to change your ideas more than 100 times throughout this whole side project process. Instead, focus on the skills you have. What exactly do you have to offer? Do you have business development skills? Do you have content writing skills? Do you have marketing skills? What do you have to offer? And how exactly will it contribute to the aim of your side project? If you go out there and ask potential CTO candidates to work with you, but can't really say what you have to offer, chances are you're probably not going to get anyone to work with you. After all, for them, it's an uncertainty. You can't even say what you have to offer, so why am I going to fork over my valuable time and skills to work with you? So know what you have to offer, be able to explain what you have to offer so that when you're out there looking for CTO candidates, you aren't just pitching them, almost begging them to work with you. Instead, you're saying, hey, I have this project that's going. I've been doing this, that, and the other, and these are the skills I have to contribute to the aim of this project. I think you have these skills. Can we grab coffee sometime so that we can discuss what each of us can contribute to this project and whether this is something that you want to work on? Which leads me to my second tip. Tip number 2, know what you're looking for. When you're out there looking for developers, you don't want to just be asking for someone who has general software engineering skills. What technologies will you be using? Will you be using React? Will you be using any front-end technologies, back-end technologies? Know which technologies you'll be using. That way, you won't waste time pitching people who don't even have the skills you want. There's no use in pitching a front-end engineer on a back-end product when they probably don't have the skills to build your product. Now, that being said, software engineers can pick up new skills. They're geared towards picking up new skills since that's really part of their job. But why settle for someone who has to pick up new skills? Why can't you just go for someone who has those skills? It's not like there's a deficit of developers out there such that you have to go for people who don't have the skills you want, unless you're trying to build something that's extremely esoteric and specific. You're probably better off just finding someone who already has the skills you need. And finally, tip number 3, reach out to people on LinkedIn. I'm going to spend 5 minutes at least on this tip because it's the most important tip for determining whether you'll be successful in looking for a technical co-founder. So how exactly do you leverage LinkedIn to look for a CTO? What you can do is type software engineer into LinkedIn search, and you'll immediately come up with a whole list of people who are software engineers. If you are looking for a specific skill set, type in the technology, type in the skill, and then type software engineer. For example, you can type React software engineer if you're looking for someone to build your React web application. Once you have that list of people, reach out to every single person that you think would make a good CTO. How exactly should you reach out? Well, all you have to do is write a simple message like, hi, my name is Jason. I am currently building a React web application as part of a side project, and I see that you're very skilled at React. Are you currently looking for side projects? If so, would you like to grab coffee sometime next week or the week after? Hey guys, just thought I would take a quick break from the video to show you guys what exactly I mean by LinkedIn outreach. So as you can see, I'm typing software engineer into the search bar. Now I'm clicking on people. And as you can see, there are quite a few software engineers in New York right now, which is where I live. And all of these engineers may be potential co-founders. So notice that I just clicked one, Tammy Tan. And as you can see, I'm trying to message this person, but you can't because that's not allowed because I don't have LinkedIn Premium. But you can still send a message by clicking connect. So notice here that I click connect and now I'm typing out a message. Hi Tammy, my name is Jason, and I'm typing a very direct message. I'm just introducing myself and then I'm asking, hey, are you looking for a side project? It's very direct, it's very clear, and notice that I only have 300 characters, which is why I have to be direct, I have to be clear, I can't beat around the bush. So as you can see, it's a pretty short message, it's pretty clear about why I'm reaching out, and it's going to be a message that's going to be attached to my connection request. And this is someone I don't know at all, which is why I want to be as direct as possible. So yeah, so I finished outreach, but that's actually not the only approach you can take. You can try to look for commonalities. Like for example, I scroll through her profile and I now see, oh, she also went to NYU as well. NYU is my alma mater. So I decided to start off with something we have in common, which actually increases, at least I think, increases the likelihood of someone responding to your connection request. So here I say, hi Tammy, glad to see another NYU alumnus in tech, since I'm in tech as well. So immediately I've established common ground, which increases the likelihood that she'll probably respond to my message. And I then express my intention. I'm currently working a side project and was wondering if you're interested in side projects. So notice that I'm again being very direct, because I can't beat around the bush, I can't afford to. I don't want to have someone who is only kind of looking for a side project, so if they're going to reject me, I want them to reject me now and not 6 months into the project. So as you can see, I only have a finite amount of space, but it's pretty clear. It's pretty clear. It's pretty clear, the message. And yeah, that's all I wanted to show you guys. And now back to the video. Notice that I was very direct in my message. And why is taking a direct approach better? Why is it not better to beat around the bush? Why am I advocating for a very direct approach to outreach? Well, that's because you don't want to waste their time and your time. You want someone who is interested and is willing to act on that interest, is willing to commit right off the bat to at least a coffee chat. If you can't even get that, you're probably not going to be compatible with whoever you're reaching out to. Which is why I suggest you ask right off the bat, are you currently looking for a side project? That is the question you must ask. Because if you don't ask that question, if instead you ask a question like, hi, I think you're a very good React engineer. I think you have a great skill to offer for something I'm working on. Would you like to grab coffee sometime? By not making your intentions clear, you are preparing yourself for exposure to people who might only be partially committed to a side project, or not even committed at all, and are just interested in meeting people so they can chat about their skills. No, you want someone who's willing to say, yes, I am looking for a side project right off the bat, and yes, I am willing to have coffee with you to hear you out. That's why you want to be direct in your message. That's why you want to be direct to every single person you reach out to. I cannot stress this enough. And this is because I have been in situations where I have been indirect. I have said things like, hi, you look like a great engineer. Would you like to chat sometime? That doesn't work. And that doesn't work because when you mention your side project during that coffee chat, you might make that person feel like they're kind of obligated to say yes to something, maybe because you bought coffee for them, but then they're not really sure. And you're not really sure as well, so then you're like, hey, why don't we just try things out a bit? So you guys try things out a bit, and after a week, the person says no, and you're right back where you started. This happened to me twice. I really can't stress this enough. Be direct. Be prepared to take no for an answer. In fact, you want no so you can take out those people who would have wasted your time anyways, and go for those few people who will say yes and commit their time to hearing you out. And that is actually how I found my last 2 CTOs. You're probably asking now, hey Jason, if you're asking us to do this and this was supposed to be successful for you, why did you stop working with your last CTO? Well, that's a question that I will answer in another video. But point is, be direct. Try to be intentional with your outreach. Just don't beat around the bush. Ask for a yes or no right off the bat. If they say yes, chances are it's someone who's willing to act on his or her interest in side projects, not only talk about his or her interest. So that's all. 3 tips that I think you should follow if you want to make your CTO search as easy as possible. And I wish I followed these 3 tips more thoroughly. If you guys found this video useful and you found these 3 tips useful, please hit the like button. And if you want to see more of my content, please hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.